requested even to make a video about this. Like, I don't think anybody was surprised that Blac Chyna did this to Rob. I mean, I think we were all expecting it. I think everyone knew what type of person she was from the get-go. I knew. That's why she became like the icon for gold diggers. Because she knew what she was doing and pretty much, you know, won. I feel like guys are upset at this, but they already knew what she was. Rob should have known because he has a bunch of sisters. You know, he should have known. He should have listened, but you know, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And the first time I saw them together, I knew she was using him. It was obvious. It was in her eyes. And I feel like he should have known that too. And maybe, perhaps, you know, treat her, you know, in the beginning of their relationship, if y'all watched the reality show, she thought he was cheating on her. Like, he kept texting people on his phone, texting other women, and she was pregnant, okay? So while she's pregnant, he's texting other women and blah, 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 blah. So she's, like, upset about that, obviously. And so, you know, if you're going to be with someone and you're going to cheat on them while they're pregnant with your child, what do you think they're going to do after they get back into their, you know, normal size, and after you pay for their plastic surgery? What do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to forgive you and just be a happy family? Oh, no. So, you know, first of all, you're going to be cheating on someone who's too attractive to be with you anyway. Then, after the baby, you know, you try to make up for it by paying for plastic surgery and all this stuff, but that still is not enough. You know, if you publicly humiliate a pregnant woman by cheating on them or texting other women, oh, she's going to get you back. Plus some, like, you know, plus more. You know, the whole thing started because, you know, Kylie Jenner stole Blac Chyna's boyfriend, baby daddy. And so she saw a way to get even, get revenge, get paid, and, you know, even more. And that's what she did. She took it. She took the opportunity. She was an opportunist and very smart about it, you know. I feel like if you watch the old Kardashian shows, you'll see how he treated his last girlfriend, public girlfriend, Adriana, I think her name was. I saw it floating around somewhere on Facebook, but he cheated on her, and they were arguing, and he, you know, fighting, and he even slapped her on camera. It's on camera. So, you know, when you have someone that's nice to you, faithful to you, you know, wants to be with you, and you're going to cheat on them anyway, you know, sometimes revenge is best, you know, served cold. And that's how Blac Chyna served it. She was like, you know, you're not going to get me like you got her. I'm going to get you, you know. And I saw this other meme floating around saying that she's the only one to survive the Kardashian curse and come out with money, more money than she got in with. So, you know, I feel like y'all wanted me to talk about this. So what do y'all want me to talk about? Like, I feel like if I were in her shoes, I would have done the same thing. I might not have had a baby. I probably would have got married and had the baby. Because if you get married, like, that's the one thing she should have did first. Or at least while she was pregnant, she should have married him too, because, you know, he's about to come into his inheritance and when he gets 35, he's about to get 25 million when he turns 35. So, you know, she should have sealed that deal as well, because if she did, she could have got a lot more than what she got. You know what I'm saying? But I think she was just in and out, like, quickly. Like most real gold diggers, they won't marry you. They'll get in and get out quick, you know, unless they can do a quickie divorce. But she knew exactly what she was doing. And I think I heard that he repossessed all her cars. But I bet you by next week she'll have another car. Like, I'm serious. This is how they operate. They will go and get another car. Just, you know, somebody might give her a car and say, okay, well, if you promote my product, since you're so hot now, you can have this car. So women always come out ahead, even though men try to expose them. It just makes the man look dumb. It's just like, okay, and what magical powers does she have to make you do all these things? Don't tell everybody that, don't tell everybody this, because now they're going to be wondering, what is it about Blac Chyna that made him do all this crazy stuff? I want to go find out. Now other guys are lining up to find out and to lose money on her because you just promoted her. You just promoted her as some magical unicorn being that got you for all this money that even the Kardashian coven couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful when you out women. And I don't think he should have outed her like that and posted all those bad pictures of her online. That is his baby mama for 18 years plus, until I'm pretty sure for as long as the child is alive and as long as he's alive, they have to deal with each other. So he should have done that. Now she probably just get a call from Playboy or Penthouse to get paid to show herself. You know what I'm saying? He's just promoting what everybody wants and sponsors these days anyway. It's not like he married a nun, or it's not like he had a child with an innocent girl. She was a stripper, a known stripper. So what did you expect? Did you expect her to change for you? Oh, I don't think she's going to change for anybody. I think she was going to get what she wanted, get her revenge on her last baby daddy, get a new baby daddy. So now she has 2 checks coming in. Don't really have to do anything. She has her own business, so probably going to get her own reality show out of this. So I don't know. So for me, I think this is a reality check to most women that, there are guys out there that will do anything for you. You just have to find the right one. And it's also a wake-up call to men. It's not free. It never will be, never was. And if you're getting it free, it's not the one you really want. Okay? So it's kind of like, oh, here's a coupon for a free ice cream, but it's in the flavor you don't want. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that sometimes women know their worth and they value it so much that they're gonna get the most out of it, and that's just gonna be it. So if y'all have any questions, put them down there so I can see what y'all are saying. Okay, she's not winning, she's sleeping with a man that's trying to come up on her, didn't you hear? Oh yeah, well that means she's just free to choose who she wants to do things with. And if those people weren't making it and they weren't anything special and they were trying to come up because of her, she didn't lose anything from it. All she gained was exposing them. Like, she exposed them that they're broke. I mean, why would you expose yourself like that if you're supposed to be some baller? So now she's probably going to attract someone that is about something. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be like, oh, why are you messing with these little broke, such and such? Give a real man a try. Then she's going to be like, okay. So it's even more publicity. Now, go. Now that she's like, I'm messing around with these little nobodies, somebody's going to notice, and they think they're going to have a chance. If you mess around with little nobodies, but not too long, is somebody with some money going to come by to try to get you, and they're gonna like, oh, I got a chance. So remember, but that doesn't work in real life. Like, if you're dating scum and nobodies, at least make them seem like they have something so that other guys will think that they have something. But in this situation, it's different. Like, celebrity rules are so different. It's not the same as real people rules. Anyway, she's still making money. I know all her Instagram accounts went up. A bunch of sponsors just inboxed her. I'm pretty sure she's getting some type of deal to show up in clubs all the time and getting people to try to get reality shows for her or blah, 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 blah. I'm sure she's getting a bunch of stuff. You know, maybe Beyonce should have sent that Kardashian baby pack to her instead of giving it away to charity. That would have been hilarious. Yeah, Kim Kardashian sent like a box of baby products by her Kim K line to Beyonce for her new twins, and Beyonce sent that stuff right on back. She's like, I don't want it. I'm like, she should have sent it to Blac Chyna, and Blac Chyna should have opened it up on her Snapchat or Instagram. That would have been hilarious. But all I'm saying is you can't expect a person to change. Even women, you get with a cheater, they're always going to be a cheater. I don't care how good you look or whatever, how much you give them. If they're a cheater, they're a cheater. Even Rob supposedly cheated on Blac Chyna. I mean, how are you going to cheat on someone and, you know, they're doing you a favor? That's why I say, especially when you're pregnant and you think your man is cheating, all you're doing the whole pregnancy is plotting your revenge. You're just like writing stuff down, ideas, what you gonna do. You know, you're plotting. You're getting your notes together. You're like, okay, as soon as I drop this baby, I'm gonna get him to pay for my plastic surgery. I'm gonna dump him. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, and I'm gonna laugh. You know, they said hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and y'all saw how mad she got on that reality show. She was crazy mad. I mean, hormonal, pregnant. You don't upset a pregnant woman, because after that, it's over for you. It's like, it's gone. So, someone said, I believe in getting what you want the honest way. Don't deceive people. Okay. Well, you gonna, by the time you're 85, hopefully you will have gotten everything that you needed in life. But some people can get it early by taking a shortcut. And I say this not because I'm a bad person, but this is reality. This is not some movie with a happy ending and doing the right thing is going to get you, you know, what you want. That's fantasy. Everyone who is successful in this world did not do it the right way. I'm telling you. I'm serious. Everyone, 99% of the people in this world did not get successful by doing the right thing. They got successful by doing what was right for them at the moment in time, taking risks, doing things that might not have been morally correct. But they got there. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe in doing everything the right way, it's probably, you know, going to take you a while to get there. And if somebody like me or Blac Chyna comes along and does everything the wrong way to take what you have and can get it, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you're going to play nice and fair and somebody like Blac Chyna comes along, you're going to get got like that. It's like in this world, there's two things, predator and prey. If you're going to be the prey, fine. But everybody else is going to be the predator. And just because you think, oh, I'm going to do things the right way, think again, because other people don't have those same morals and they will get what they want by any means. So you got to remember the world that you're in. You know, it's nice and sweet that you want to say that and believe it in your heart. But in reality, that's just not how it works. Okay. Why didn't Rob get lipo himself? Well, you know, if y'all watch Dr. Miami, a lot of plastic surgeons won't give lipo to people who are over a certain BMI. So he would have to lose weight first and then get some liposuction. You know what I'm saying? He would have to get the gastric bypass first. That's what I would have done if I was Rob. I was like, give me this gastric bypass surgery or something. Okay. But you know, like also his gastric bypass surgery, he probably has like medical issues that won't let him get it. Like sometimes if you got like high blood pressure and stuff like that, they won't do surgery on you. You might have tried. Okay. I fully expect him to take her back. Yep. They'll be back together, I'm pretty sure, but she'll probably do it again. And the way that he told on her and told all her business, I'm pretty sure she has some business to tell of his, but she's not going to do it. You know why? Because she's smart. She's saving it up for the big check. Okay? She got stuff on him too, but she's saving all of it up. Like, this ain't nothing. Everybody knew that she was doing, all this kind of stuff because she puts it on Snapchat. I follow her on Snapchat. I see her with other men all the time on Snapchat. I'm like, this is not new to me. So everything he told and showed was like 90% of it was already known. Like, maybe 2 things that were revealed were a shocker, but that's it. So she's saving up all her good stuff. She's getting all the secrets and everything. He was confiding in her when he was mad at his family. So she got all the juicy details. She's saving it up for the right moment. And that's what smart women do. They save everything up for the right moment. When they try to come for her in any type of way, she has a lot of stuff on them. That's why they haven't came for her yet. They haven't came for her legally or anything because she has too much information on them, and that could ruin them. And I feel like that's why she's getting away with this. That's what you got to do. You got to play dirty in this world to win. Think about it. Lawyers, judges, all those people in the judicial system play dirty. Everyone plays dirty. If your hands are clean, you're losing. And that's just the honest to God truth. It's not fair, and the world is never going to be fair. It never will be fair. And once you realize that and get in the game, you'll be winning too. Okay. Evil bitches, I don't care what you call them, they winning. Okay, you go look for the nice girls. They're sitting there washing somebody's clothes, being somebody's maid in a broke environment, talking about, I'm a nice girl and I'm good. If that's nice, if that's good, fine. How many good girls do you know that are on top? No, none. I don't know any. Like, I don't know any good girls that are on top. Everybody's done dirt. Every woman I know that has a good life is not good. As I'm just gonna tell you, they appear good, they act nice, they have a smile, they look pretty, but they did some shady stuff to get there, and they did what it took, and that's all. We can't down another woman because they got what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? We can't down them because they got what they wanted. They knew how to get it. It was the shortest, quickest way to get it, and they did it. Men have been using women for centuries, for thousands of years to get what they want. Why can't a woman do the same thing? If Blac Chyna was a man and he did this to a woman, it wouldn't even been made a big deal. Look at Mary J. Blige and her husband. He took her for a bunch of money and was cheating on her and It wasn't a big deal like this is. Of course she didn't expose him or whatever, but they're a lot older and more mature and things like that. But if this was a man, guys would be like, oh yeah, go, you were smart, pimp, whatever. And then when a woman does it, oh, she's a hoe, she's a bitch, she's a slut, okay, but she got your money, and you're a dummy, right? So double standards, they gotta go. This is a business deal from the get-go, and everyone knew that. Everyone knew this was a revenge plot and a business deal. How do you get somebody to buy you a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Bentley, a Range Rover? If he did all that for her, who knows who's coming after her next? Like, oh my God, I wonder what is about her that made him do all this crazy stuff. She must be doing some crazy stuff in bed, blah 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 blah. So somebody else is coming for her next, and she's gonna come up. Watch, basketball player, a rapper, or somebody's gonna come for her with some real money soon. I promise you, even if it's just a publicity stunt. And like Snoop Dogg was all on Instagram talking about, don't be mad at her. You was a mark and she got you. You should have seen that coming. If everyone's telling you something and you don't listen, that's your fault. And he allowed her to treat him that way and do all those things, because he knew he was wrong in the beginning for cheating on her while she was pregnant. That's why he kept trying to make it up. Like, well, how much do I have to pay now? You know, how much do I have to do until you forgive me? Never enough. She will never forgive him for that, you know. So she just probably changed her whole, you know, mindset to, let me see how much I can get out this fool before he realizes I don't want him anymore. Okay. So now for Rob, you know, I see all these other girls talking about, Rob, call me, I need some money, or Rob, you know, now he's a huge mark for all gold diggers. Like, okay, all gold diggers go for Rob because he's stupid and he'll give you anything they want. So now he's marked with this, you know, gold digging mark to say, come get me, you know. So now, even if he tries to have a relationship with another person, either A, they're not going to ask him for anything, or he's not going to give them anything because he's going to be like so hurt and upset and never repeat his mistake, or he's going to repeat his mistake again thinking, you know, maybe this one will be different, and she's going to get him even worse. So I think whatever results of this, you know, I think the whole lesson of the moral of the story is make sure you know what you're doing, male or female, before you have a child with someone. Okay? Make sure you know what you're doing and who they are. And I feel like this whole thing is going to turn into a very lucrative and profitable thing for Blac Chyna. You know, she's, if you're watching her social media, she's not even reacting like Rob is. She's just showing off her jewelry that he bought her and saying that, you know, I was a stripper, I was broke, I do what I have to do. And then she, like, even Joanne the scammer is on her Instagram talking about Blac Chyna scam today or be scammed tomorrow, you know. So he's like, you know, showing the picture that they took up with each other, you know, at Rob Kardashian, you know, scammers never die and things like that. So, you know, everyone seems to be kind of rooting for her. She's like the underdog in the situation. Everybody's kind of rooting for her that I know of. Like, maybe they're not rooting for her on y'all's side of the track, but over here in my world, everyone is rooting for her because, you know, she's done what a lot of people couldn't do with the Kardashians. She's exposed them, got them for their money, came out good, you know, and didn't get affected by the curse. She got too much dirt. Anyways, I don't think anybody's gonna murder Blac Chyna because everybody will know who did it. That's too obvious. You know, back then they didn't have this reality TV. Now there's cameras everywhere. There's Google Earth. There's Snapchat. There's paparazzis following everybody. So they will figure it out. And I don't think that she's worth going to prison for on their end. You know what I'm saying? They'll just have to find a way to make more money. Okay. So, yeah, I think now women are starting to wake up when it comes to these guys, you know. I've seen guys go crazy because women ignore them, like just regular plain guys, and you know, curse them out, expose them and stuff all on the internet. I've had people come to me saying, what do I do? My ex is threatened to put nudes up on Facebook because I won't get back with him or such and such and such and such. And I'm like, well, you know, either A, post the nudes yourself first and get paid, or B, stop giving out nudes. And I think this whole thing is going to stop people from giving out nudes too. Because I feel like if you're that dumb to give someone a picture like that they can use against you, you know, let them use it against you and flip the script. You know, Kim K did it. Blac Chyna's probably going to do it. She's already a stripper. They done seen everything she had already before she even became famous. So I'm like, a nude on Facebook is nothing to her. That's like advertisement. It's like, okay, so I was a stripper, and you know, that's like free advertisement. You're stupid, Rob. Why would you expose someone who is already known to take their clothes off for money? If you wanted to expose someone like that, you could have exposed other things. Like, but see, women like that, they don't have anything to hide. They're just like, bam, I don't care. This is me. And then people love them even more for being real. So you can't expose someone like that. Like, they've already exposed themselves. And how he's talking about how, oh, she's having sex with 3 dudes and my baby is in the house. That happens all the time, every day in certain areas. I mean, that's not even a big deal. Do you know any black people? Okay, that's normal. You know, that's why women have 3 different baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? That's like not even something that's you know, that's like normal for a lot of people. So yeah, it's not normal for people that are, you know, married and have exclusive relationships and trying to raise their children right, but that's not something outlandish. That's everyday life for some people, you know. So I don't know what planet I mean, maybe he's been sheltered too long and didn't know anything, but you know, that's nothing. You go and watch World Star, go and watch all these different YouTube videos, cheaters getting caught and all that kind of stuff. That's nothing. Anyway, so anyway, I think people understand Blac Chyna's side of it, and they don't feel sorry for Rob. I don't feel sorry for Rob. I think it's hilarious and I think it's funny because he should have known. He should have known, you know. And just because she wanted revenge on, you know, her ex baby daddy, she got it. And that's, a lot of women are just like that. There's no more love in their hearts anymore. There's no more love because men dogged them out so long and mistreated them so bad. They can't even love a man anymore because they know what men are about. And so instead of loving them, they put on a pretty face, smile, treat them nice, and get what they can out of them because that's all that they're good to them for anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying all men are like this. I'm just saying the men that she dealt with have turned her into this. And a lot of women have been turned into a similar type of woman because of how the men treated them in their past. And it's not an excuse. It's just a reason. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse. But that's the reason why a lot of women are like that, because they've been scammed too. And, you know, just like Joanne the scammer says, if you don't scam today, you'll be scammed tomorrow. And, you know, if you're not the predator, then you are the prey. And that's just how it goes. There's no in between. There's no in between. You're either the predator or you're the prey. There's no in between. There's no, unless you're both prey or unless you're both predators. And those don't go together. You know what I'm saying? Unless one is cheating. So, someone said Rob is also a Pisces. They get off on being victimized. A male Pisces, especially, you know, they don't, you know, they're not, they're into their emotions and very selfish and into themselves, and they're not like, you know, they're gonna cheat. And I feel like water signs are no match for certain other signs, especially when it comes to love, unless you already know the game. If you know the game and you have been practicing it, then like after this, no other woman is going to be able to, I don't feel like after this another woman is going to be able to get as much out of him as she did. You know, he's probably going to go and become all religious and go get somebody from another country who's like, you know, submissive and is going to do whatever he says. Because after this, you know, he's not going to trust nobody else. Okay. Well, So anyway, I'm like, why get mad at the woman? All she did was what she was supposed to do. You know, she saw an opportunity and she took it, and took it as far as she could, and that was it. I saw a meme the other day, and it said, I think it was in my group, and it said something like, the world is a business and women have the merchandise. So if anybody is out there doing anything for free and not getting compensated for it, and paying bills, and having a grown man live in their house, you see this story, it should wake you up. Like, you should be getting something in return. I don't even care if it's just getting all your bills paid, or at least getting a very expensive vacation or something. But if you're doing everything free, you're doing everything wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're not benefiting from your relationship, even if it's a bad relationship like Rob and Chyna, if it's a bad relationship, you still need to be benefiting from it, okay? If you're in it. Otherwise, you don't need to be there. You could be doing bad with someone else and benefiting. It's not about, like, if you're young and you're still trying to find love and stuff like that, and you're struggling and you're having issues and problems with your man, remember, eventually you're gonna understand that you need more than love to have a good relationship. You need way more than that. So when that feeling wears off, and when that fairy tale wears off, and you understand what you need and what makes you happy, and what makes you not a victim or a target to certain men anymore, then you're going to start getting it. You're going to be like, okay, so if I treat him like this, he'll give me what I want. I don't fall in love. He can't hurt me. And I still benefit. And he loves me. So I'm going to get whatever I want. And some ladies will do this, and they might fall in love with a guy, and they might not. It just all depends on what he does and how he treats her, and stuff like that. So if you get a good one and they treat you nice, they don't cheat on you and stuff like that, and they give you whatever you want, you could fall in love. But if they're giving you everything you want, still treat you bad, still cheating on you, but you're still benefiting from it, you're still winning. It's because none of your feelings are involved. You just knew what you were already getting into, and for the same reason, for money. That's why you got into it. But if you just so happen to fall in love, and y'all are happy together and live a good life together, great. But most of the time, that's not the case. How many guys have you been with over under 20? I don't know who you're asking. I don't know. Someone says I have a pentagram branded on my chest. I have 3. And they're not pentagrams, they're stars. And it's alchemy. Don't worry about it. You don't know nothing about that. But you know what? Even if I did have a pentagram on my chest, I wouldn't hide it, because people wear a cross on their chest. People wear whatever. This is America. We have freedom of religion. Blah 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 blah. But the whole thing is, Blac Chyna won on this one. Like, it's over. She's gonna be on magazine covers now. Her business is gonna go up. I bought some of her products, actually. I'm actually wearing some of her lip gloss. She sells lashes, lip gloss, powder. She sells makeup. She has a lash bar in California, I think Calabasas. She has a lash bar where you go get your lashes done. And then she has a clothing store online as well. So she does have some businesses, which is good. She didn't use all her gold digging money for frivolous things. So she does have 3 businesses, or 2 businesses, maybe more. I don't know. She's doing good for herself, and maybe her lifestyle is a little bit extravagant, but all in all, she really don't have to work hard to get what she wants in this world. She doesn't have to go put on somebody's uniform, sit in rush hour traffic, and work all day, come home to a man, pay half the bill. She don't have to do any of that, because She used what she had to get what she wanted, and she's probably lived a lifestyle that she never thought she would live. She never probably thought that she would have Bentleys, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Range Rovers, and, you know, mansions and pools. She probably never thought that she would live that grand until she started doing what she needed to do. And now it's even more obvious that she's not going to stop. She's just going to have to find somebody with real money, you know what I'm saying? Or someone who's just curious enough to get God again. You know, she might get back with him after he gets his inheritance, and she might marry him this time. And he's dumb enough to marry her without a prenup. But see, what you do, like, after this whole thing, she could still get him back. You know, she could publicly apologize to him and cry and flip the script and become this good girl and, you know, act and then get married to him and then do all the same again in about 5 more years. Because he will believe her, because he's a Pisces and he's gullible and he just wants love and emotions and blah, 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 blah. He doesn't understand. I'm a Pisces too, but I understand how the game works. So if you're a Pisces and you have problems with, you know, being over emotional and being a sucker, you have to toughen up. You have to understand the prize. The prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Okay? And that's how, you know, things will work out for you. If you keep your eye on something that's risky, like love, you'll, you know, you might not come out the best. You keep your eye on something attainable, like money, then you'll probably come out with money. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Don't get wrapped up in romance and the idea of love until you're ready, you know, or when your mind is right, or if that's what you really want. She did not approach him for love. Okay, that's not the type of person you say, "Ooh, I want to fall in love with him." And he knew it. He just didn't want to face reality. Just like a lot of women out here will get with a man who looks way too good for them and just think it's my lucky day. I hit the jackpot. Oh, he sees me for me. He loves me for me. But he's just using her for a place to live and for her to take care of him while she's at work. And he's cheating on her while she's at work. So, you know, guys do this all the time to women. All the time to women. They use them up, get them to buy them stuff, let them use their car, buy them a car, and then turn around and cheat and leave with somebody that's not even half that person, you know. So this should be a wake-up call to a lot of women. Men do this stuff all the time to women. That's why women feel the same way that Blac Chyna does about men. They're like, you know, all you're going to do is mess over me anyway. Let me get you first. Let me get you first. And it's a problem when women flip the script. Now it's a problem. But before it wasn't a problem. It's like, okay, you know, enablers. Women, a lot of women enable guys, just like Rob was enabled. Like his mom and sisters spoiled him, took care of him. He never had to go out and do anything for himself. That's why he's like, you know, doesn't even have that much money compared to his family, because his mom enabled him. So he grew up, he was weak, he got, and, you know, that's just it. If he was smart, you know, he would have finished school, went to school like his dad, became a lawyer, or whatever, started his own firm because he had enough money. But he's running behind women, cheating on women, you know, doing drugs, doing all that. His life was a mess. So what did you expect him to attract? Someone that's gonna, you know, help him get his life together, a life coach, or somebody that saw a target and said, this is too easy. She's not the kind of person that's going to help you and build a man. She's the kind of person that's going to take what you got and wish you luck after she's gotten what she wanted. Good luck. Anyways, you know, there are women every day looking for somebody like him. Every day they're like, ooh, he looks like he'll, you know, I remember when I was younger, I had a friend and she would date like these guys that I would never date, and I was like, oh, why are you dating him? This was before I was like smart. girl, he got money. So I was like, oh, okay. How much money you got? And she's like, a lot. And so I was like, okay. So we would go out and he would pay for everything, drinks, food, everything for the whole night, you know. And one day she was like, okay, well, he's married. I'm like, he's married? She's like, yeah, he's married, but he pays everything. He buys me, you know, he bought me the car, he bought me this, he bought me that. So, you know, his wife was probably a nice lady and she probably had everything she wanted, but he's still out there, you know, cheating and buying other women's stuff. So I don't care how many people say, oh, I'm going to be good and I'm going to do the right things so that I get married and my husband won't cheat, so I'm going to do this. All those rules, you can throw them out the window because they don't exist. They don't exist because there's women like Blac Chyna. There's women like my friend who will take your husband or cheat on, you know, or, you know, have him cheating on you with her and buying her cars and stuff like that. So I don't know what, like, people who are saying, oh, I'm going to find me a rich man and everything is going to be great. I'm going to do it the right way and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Don't forget there's other people out there in the world too that does it their way. And what the moral of the story is, you know, if you don't want to get got, you got to get them first. That's just it. There's no other way around it. I think that was in a Medea's movie, that Dr. Phil scene when she was in anger management. And she was like, I'm gonna get the guys before they get me, so I don't get got. So that's how you have to look at it. You know, you always have to be on your guard because the relationship might start off innocent at first. You might think you have a good guy or a good girl, but as soon as you mess up and they don't get what they want, they're already plotting their revenge. You know, they're plotting it, or they never intended on being with you forever in the first place, and they're just waiting for their opportunity. You know, so don't think the world is a fairy tale and that if you act right and do right, you're gonna get, you know, as a fairy tale, because it just doesn't happen, because there's too many people out there doing wrong to get what they want. Right. So anyway, I'm reading this question. Okay, so this girl was in a relationship. She made the guy or her boyfriend wait a long time before they had sex. He was treating her like she was all that, and then after she gave it up, he didn't treat her that way no more. It's slightly different. How do I remind him that he's lucky to have me? Oh, men are very possessive, so you have to make them jealous. That's just it. Make him jealous. Make him think someone else wants you, or that you're interested in something else, or start ignoring him, you know. And he'll, you know, he'll be like, oh, is she interested in someone else? You know, if they're jealous, they're going to start treating you better, you know, because they think that they're about to lose you. Men are very possessive and have an ego. So all you got to do is work on the ego and jealousy, and you'll be good. That's why Rob did all this stuff, because he was jealous. Because Blac Chyna knew how to get the reaction out of a man. Start sending him pictures of her with other men in his robes and his bed. Oh my God. You know, look how he reacted. He went crazy. Okay? And then she's just going to get paid off of this. And like, if he's trying to fight for custody for that child after doing all that crazy stuff online, it's going to look bad on his part. You know what I'm saying? Like, what judge is going to give a child to somebody who's on drugs, supplying drugs, sending out nude pics of his of the child's mother online? Now that's unstable. Okay? So he ain't going to get nothing. That's out there, and people have all the receipts, all the pictures, all the snapshots of his Instagram, and you know, so I don't know what he thought about trying to get custody doing stuff like that. That's just dumb. You know, she's calculated, and that's the difference between making decisions based on emotions and calculating. She's a calculating person. That's why she's going to win. That's why she still has her other child. That's why she's going to have this child. And that's why she's winning, because she calculates. She doesn't react on emotion unless it's to get the reaction she wants out of that person. You know what I mean? It's all acting. Anyway, the moral of the story is be calculating. You know, if you don't have a plan, a goal, and you're not calculating, then you're doing everything by chance, and the results that you want might not be gotten if you're not planning it out. Like, I planned everything. Shoot, I already knew what I was going to do with my life from the get-go. There was not going to be anything that I was not going to do to get what I wanted. So, I know I have a lot of people on my channel that kind of agree with me on some things, and then on the other things they don't. And that's fine, because I don't agree with everybody on everything either. And we're not all supposed to be the same. So, you know, take what you like from this, get the information you like from this, and leave the rest. I don't think that everybody should be like me. I don't think everybody should be like Blac Chyna. I think we do need nice people in the world to remind us that it is possible. But I also feel like a lot of those nice people are being transformed into mean people, because there's not enough, you know, nice people that are going to keep their word, be faithful, and do all those things that nice people expect them to do. So if you pair a nice person with, you know, a regular person who doesn't have as high of morals, that's how you create, you know, that's how you transform nice people into mean people, you know. So if you're a nice girl, only get with nice guys, okay? You can't change a man, okay? You can't go for the thug type or the bad boy if you are a nice girl, because all they're going to do is change you. What you got to do is go for someone just like you, nice, respectable, and sweet. But usually those girls like that don't want those type of guys. So if you're wanting to be good and get everything the right way, go for that type of man. Go for the man that wants the exact same thing, to do it the right way, to be faithful, to be honest, to love you. They're probably not going to be, you know, what you had in mind, you know, visually, but they're going to treat you right, and they're not going to cause you to change, you know. So stick with those type of guys. Don't try to go for these bad boys that you think you can change by being good, because all they're going to do is change you. They're going to lower you. And you shouldn't be looking for projects to work on. You shouldn't be looking for build a man, you know. If you're looking for that, you're going to get left every time. Once you've built them up and made them a man, or created something better out of them, they're just going to move on to somebody else who doesn't know that they were a build a man, you know. They're going to think he did all that by himself. So don't waste your time, ladies. Either get with a very nice person who's going to treat you like you treat them, or prepare to go through some life changes. Okay. You don't, like someone says, F being a ride or die. Yeah, you don't ride or die anymore. That's old news. Any woman who's riding and dying is probably dying, you know, alone at the end, you know. So don't do it. It's not worth it. Anybody who says, oh, I'm a ride or die, it means I can't get any better, so I'm going to try to be a pick-me chick so they can pick me, because I know that there's other women out there have raised their standards, so I'm going to lower mine, which will give me a better chance at getting a man. Even if it's just for a little while until he leaves me for another chick, I don't care, because it's better than having nothing. You know, those are the kind of women who make men expect women to do more for less, and they just have to understand, oh, you got a pick-me chick, so we know you settled. They feel lucky for the moment. And as soon as reality kicks in, or you get a better situation or some more money or a better option, you're gone. So why would we lower our standards because someone else did out of desperation? That makes no sense, you know? You know, you should never lower your standards, because you never know when that person is coming that's going to match them, okay? If you lower them and you give up, oh, okay, I'll give up. What if the next time you went out, a man that was going to meet your standards was out there? Then you just missed that opportunity because you settled for something that you didn't even want. Okay? You got to hold out until you get what you want. If you don't ever get it, at least you're not suffering and they're not dragging you down even further, because that's all they're going to do. They're not going to make your life better in any way, except you're not alone, but they're going to be draining you, and living off of you and not giving you what you deserve. So it's best to hold out or, do bad by yourself. That's my opinion. Yeah. If Rob had been, if Rob had any type of brain in his head, he would have stopped buying her cars after the first car didn't work. He bought her so many cars. Oh my gosh, she had a car lot. Or he gave her some cars. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, but I feel like if you start off buying someone's love, that's what they're going to expect. That's how you show them your love. That's how he started off, buying her. So every time she gets mad, he got to buy her something. So why do you think she's always mad? Why do you think she's always tripping? Why do you think she's always kicking him out? Every time she get mad at that fool, he buy her more and more and more. I mean, why wouldn't she get mad? Being mad is lucrative. That's just dumb. Why would you ever be happy if you could keep getting cars for being upset? I'm just asking, because a lot of people are like thinking this whole thing in reverse, Why is she always mad? Why is she such a, why is she doing all these things to him? Because the more she does, the more he buys. And that's just how that's how it was. And finally he got fed up and took everything. But guess what's coming next? I predict. Well, maybe. Just depends on if he learned a lesson or not. If he hadn't learned anything, you know what's coming next. The wedding. The wedding. After he gets his inheritance. Okay. So, she's looking at all these people. I know someone just said Janet Jackson done the same thing. Mariah Carey was supposed to marry this billionaire and he called it off, and she sued him and got $50 million. I don't know. It's a lot of money. She got a lot of money for him disrupting her life. So she still got paid. Okay. When you're that smart, you don't let men get away with stuff. You take something away from the relationship, and you take more than what you came in with, because your time is valuable, very valuable. Okay. Mariah Carey's ex-billionaire boyfriend exposed her, saying she was too hard to get along with, she was too extra, she was too extravagant, she was doing this. Okay, well, we already know that about Mariah. What, you didn't know you was under a rock? She thought you could handle it. You was a billionaire. Come on now. She's like, next time I'm gonna get me a real billionaire, not a cheap one. So Beyonce stay in ride or die mode like her mom did. Well, Beyonce knows that her man makes money. Okay, there's a difference between Beyonce staying with Jay-Z. Okay, that's money. That's wealth. That's not rich. That's wealth. Okay. She knows if she stays there, she's gonna benefit for lifetimes. Her child, their children. That's what people do when there's wealth involved. Not just some little chump change. That's wealth, So, and also, if she were to divorce him, what would she do? Like, think about it. Who else would she go for? Who else would she be with? Some ugly billionaire or some random foreign billionaire that she really don't want to be with? And who would he be with? Some random chick every couple of months, trying to get pregnant by him. So they have nowhere else to go but down. You know what I mean? She already has money. If she got some billionaire, it wouldn't really be what she wanted. I mean, sure, it would feel good to rub it in his face. Oh, I got me a super billionaire, blah, 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 blah. But it's not going to do them any good. They're trying to take over the music industry. And that's a goal that a lot of people have not, realized yet. So she's not going to divorce him. It just won't happen. They're just not in that place to be, made a fool of. They're, even if they hate each other at the end of the day, they're not gonna lose all of that, what they've built, so somebody else can take it. That's how a lot of people do. They stay married because they're not giving up the wealth that they built, the empire that they've built, the goals that they're still trying to accomplish, blah, 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 blah. So maybe when they get super old and they've gotten all those goals accomplished, maybe they'll separate. But I don't think right now they're going to do it. They have too much writing on it. Anyway, so at the end of the day, get what you can get, use what you got, and if you're still young and trying to find love, go through it, go have love, go be in a perfect relationship, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, try again. If that don't work out, try again. If that don't work out, get smarter. Okay. And once you get smart, you're not going to start going for looks and love anymore. You're going to start going for things that are tangible, that you can take with you, that you can leave with, that you can profit off of, okay? So remember, when you judge people, you don't know their backstories. You don't know why they are the way they are. They are the way they are because they probably no longer have faith in what you have faith in. You know what I mean? And they probably understand that if I'm going to be in this type of relationship, I'm going to be compensated for it just in case. It's like having life insurance. It's like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I still have this car, this amount of money, this jewelry, I'm going to be compensated. So, being in love without being compensated is like not having car insurance. When you crash, you on your own. That's it. Okay? So make sure you're smart enough to get that insurance. And you're smart enough to understand, your deductible. And make sure you know your value, you know your worth. You can't put, the insurance for a sports car or a luxury car is different than the insurance on a hatchback. Okay? So make sure your insurance matches who you are. If you're not getting what you deserve, you're not getting that full coverage on a luxury vehicle, then that's your fault because you're the owner. Okay? Make sure you know what you're doing. At the end of the day, women are winning. Smart women are winning. Okay, I'm not gonna label Blac Chyna. I'm just gonna call her smart, strategic. She had a plan, and voila. If anybody knows how to apply business strategy, psychology, and whatever to a relationship, a business, anything, and come out better, they're smart. Okay, it doesn't matter what the situation is. If they strategically planned this, if they got what they want out of it, then they win. It just doesn't matter what they did to do it. They won. You know what I'm saying? Just like on the award shows or in a race or in the Olympics, it's not, oh, you're a great Olympian, oh, you're a great athlete. If you won, you won. If you lost, you lost. There's no in between. Okay. Let me see. Do I really believe Jay-Z cheated? Oh yeah, I do believe he cheated. Like, why wouldn't he? Like, think about it. You're on tour, you have all these women throwing themselves at you. Like, if you've never been around a groupie, you don't know. Okay, groupies will just strip right in front of you. Like, no big deal. They, they'll tell you, they'll do things with you. They got a friend, will do stuff your wife won't do, blah, 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 blah. He's high, he's drunk. I mean, she would never find out, unless something went wrong. But most men, especially famous men, are gonna cheat, So I felt like he cheated. Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure he cheated a lot during the beginning of their relationship. Especially how he was raised and, his background and things like that. Listen to the lyrics of his old music, I feel like he did cheat, and he thought he could get away with it. And, when he didn't, everything happened. A lot of people say it's for the media, but you don't write a whole album on somebody cheating when they never cheated. you know, it's kind of stuff you keep hidden. But, you know, she knew she could make money off of it. And he saw her make money off of it. So then he did his song and made money off of his song, you know. If you're going to cheat, get caught, and the person's going to forgive you, you might as well get paid off of it, because there were so many rumors going around that he cheated and stuff like that anyway. And, you know, inquiring minds want to know. It's the best way to sell your album, how to get people to, you know, subscribe to your, you know, title, switch phone services. If it's going to take all of that, if it's going to take airing your dirty laundry to get it, then why not? The paparazzi, we're going to get it for free, you know? So I feel like he did cheat, and cheating is not like most people with money, you know, with big money, cheating is not what I call a deal breaker, because they have so much to lose, you know? And also, if you think about it, a lot of people cheat and they're still married because their wife or their spouse or their husband know it's cheaper to keep her. And think about the reputation, you know. Your reputation could be ruined, and they don't want to do any of that. So together they're stronger, no matter what. Just how it is. And having, you know, the ego stripped from you, coming clean, saying, oh, I cheated on my wife, this and that, I need to do better, I should have done better. It also gives men a wake-up call, saying, hey, you got to be responsible. You have to respect this woman, because this woman could have ruined my career. Beyonce could have ruined Jay-Z's career. Like, seriously, if she had left him. So, by her mercy, he still has a career. You know what I'm saying? He understood that. The power of a woman, the power of fame. Like, she could have ruined him. Big time. Like, that whole elevator scene, if she had divorced him right after that, he would have been ruined. Nobody would have liked him anymore. No woman would buy his music anymore. You know, they would just been haters. He couldn't have came back from that. He would have been labeled forever. So, of course, he had to air his dirty laundry and make some money off of it and stay together. They couldn't. He would be ruined if he messed over Beyonce and she didn't forgive him. You better be glad that, you know, she loved him. Because if she was Blac Chyna, there would be no more Jay-Z. Jay-Z would be like trying to be on somebody's album right about now. Okay. So I guess I'm getting ready to go. I had to cover this topic because y'all wanted me to, and I came on and I did it, and that's that, you know. There's nothing more to be said. Blac Chyna's the winner of this one. Let's see what happens next. Tell me what y'all think is going to happen next. Like, what are your predictions? Like, what are your predictions? You think he's going to marry her? You think they're going to get back together? You think this is it? You think she's going to find somebody better? Or what? Okay, someone says, how do you react when a man giving you the runaround? Do you ghost him or pretend to be unbothered and act like I don't know what he's doing? Just block him and cut him off. Men chase what they want. If they giving you the runaround, either A, they got somebody else already and don't have time for you, or B, they don't really want you no more, or they're bored of you and they don't want to connect with you. So if anybody giving me the runaround, I'm gone. Like, you're not even going to have the chance to do that. Know your value, okay? Know your value. If you have to chase behind somebody and they're not chasing you anymore and give you the runaround, it's a red flag. I don't want you, okay? Men chase what they want, okay? Men chase what they want. You can't try to make excuses for these men. If they're not after you, if they keep avoiding you and give you the runaround, they don't want you. Next. You know, find somebody who wants you. If you can't find someone who wants you, then, you know, you're going to have to figure out a strategy, see what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you give away too much information and they feel like there's nothing else to get to know. You're no longer a mystery. You're not exciting anymore. You're probably blah. You talk too much, you know. It could be that they know too much about you already. And, you know, remain mysterious. My daughter's in there laughing. Are you laughing at me? I hope she has her earphones in. Okay. Oh, how do you deal with a fear of STDs from being cheated on? Get with a man who is not like that. If you're going for a man who you know is going to cheat on you, you're setting yourself up. Okay? Get tested. Go get tested together. You know? Make sure he wears protection. Don't go down on him. That's it. That's the best way. Stop trusting people. You know, if you think he's doing something, he probably is. Okay. Someone says, "You're very beautiful. Let's get dinner." I'm married. I can't go on dates. But thank you, that was sweet. How do you remain mysterious? Close your mouth. Don't talk too much. You know, don't tell your life story to a man. Give very vague answers, but show interest. Ask them more about themselves. Let them talk about themselves. That way you get all the information you need, all the ammunition you need, like Blac Chyna. You know, she knows everything about that family. You know, when Rob was in his lowest point, he done told her all the tea, all the juice. She got too much information. That's why they're not coming for her like they should, you know. And I think even on one of her responses, she was like, you know, she was like, "Just wait," or something like that. Like, is that all you have? Are you ready for me to air my stuff? You know, I have stuff I can air too. And then all of a sudden he stopped. It was just over after she said that. It's like, skirt. So, you know, she don't want all the info. He doesn't want all his family's information out, or what he said about them, because they can cut him off. Like, oh, he said that Kim was such and such and such and such, you know, or his mom is such and, you know. If all what he probably told her in the wee hours of the night as for pillow talk and stuff like that came out, he would be ruined. His family would disown him. But then what? You know. How can you not feel bad about making a man jealous on purpose? When I see him upset, I get soft. I don't feel bad, because men have been doing that to women for centuries, thousands of years even, you know, using them and abusing them and making them do all this. I don't feel bad. You know, why should I feel bad? We've been trained to feel bad. We've been trained to do all that. I'm untrained myself. I don't feel bad. That's like, you know, like when you see someone get killed on a movie, you cry. But then in real life, you see your own people get killed and you know, whatever. No, I'm saying men treat women like trash every day. I don't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry. You get what you get. You know, he knew it was coming. I can't feel sorry for someone who already knew it was coming, you know. That's like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't feel sorry for people who, you know, obviously knew what they were getting into. It's like, you know, he cheated on his ex-girlfriend, slapped her on the Kardashian show when she was trying to break up with him. You know, he mistreated her, he cheated on her, slapped her, made a fool out of her on TV. And I don't feel sorry for him. I just don't. Like, if you start feeling sorry for men, you start enabling them to be mediocre and be less than what they're supposed to be. Like, no real man would have done what he did. Like, he went out and acted like a little girl, and like he was crying getting revenge. But really what he did was set himself up to not get custody, to look unstable, to look like he sells drugs. What smart person would do that? None. She got him exactly where she wanted him. That's how they get you in court. You ever watch Law and Order, where they can't win, the defense can't win, so they start trying to upset the person on the stand to make them blurt out the truth? It's called working on the emotions and getting the reaction that you want, so that the people or the jury or everybody can see this man ain't stable. Look what he's doing. You can't trust him with a child. So she was smart for not reacting like he did. She's like, oh, I'm gonna maintain my composure. You can be a fool all you want. All it's gonna show is that you're the crazy one, and I'm respecting myself and your family, but you're gonna disrespect mine. You're the mother of your children, and go crazy and act like a fool and get kicked off of Instagram. Okay, even Instagram says you're unstable. So, all this evidence, they'll never get custody. All of men's lives that they ruined, they'll never get custody. The drug problem he probably still has, he'll never get custody. His is on record. And, all the drama that goes on in that family, they'll never get custody. Who's going to be watching the baby? A nanny, while he goes out and does drugs and look for new women? The mom, Chris, who's always busy promoting their children. Who's going to get custody? Who's going to be actually taking care of the child? Anyway. Yeah. Like, I'm immune to not feeling sorry for men. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm immune to it. I don't feel sorry for guys. I feel sorry for women who are taken advantage of and, get the bad end of the deal. But today is a good day because somebody actually came up, got what they wanted, probably going to get even more famous now. I'm pretty sure her Instagram followers are way up now. Like, even on her Snapchat, before you could write her or, send messages and stuff. Now she can't even have that option because so many people are following her and messaging. So it just made her more famous. Like Amber Rose. She's going to be like Amber Rose. She's going to get her own talk show. Whatever. It's time for people to understand that you can't do stuff and get away with it anymore. Like, women aren't the same anymore. We're very different now. We're very calculating now, and we're, proud of it. It's not going to work in your advantage anymore to mistreat women. It's just going to backfire on you. I know people in other countries and other cultures, they don't understand this yet, but it's coming soon. Everything usually follows 50 years later over there, wherever y'all are. But it's coming, Hopefully it won't be 50 years. Hopefully it'll be more like 5 or 10. Because a lot of people, they're like, oh, we can't do that in our country, or women aren't like this in our country, and da-da-da-da. Well, it's coming. Hopefully by then people will, stop mistreating, and they won't have as much of a wrath to pay. Okay. So, someone says Blac Chyna makes Amber Rose look like a rookie. Yep. Like, if you're going to go for it, go big. If you're going to go for something, go all the way. Don't just stop right here because you feel bad. Keep going. Like I said before, the madder she makes him, the more he buys her. So, now what's he going to have to buy to get her back? An island? He's going to have to give her half of his inheritance or what? So it's all a game, and everyone's a player. And you got to play to win. You got to play dirty. That's just how it goes. Look at Kris Jenner. What kind of example was she? What did she do? She cheated. She left his dad, married Bruce. She probably cheated on somebody, because I know Khloe is not from the same dad. So there was some cheating going on there too. Uh, she married. She was the biggest gold digger. She married for money. She married for money again and again. So the apple does not fall too far from the tree in that family. Except instead of being the gold digger and the smart one, Rob is now the victim because he's a man. He's all around all these women, and he didn't learn anything about being a man. Like, he was around sisters, mothers, secret women. Bruce Jenner, who was secretly wanting to be a woman. He didn't learn any valuable lessons. He didn't learn how to be a man. He didn't know how women work on men. He just thought, oh, this is my mom, I love her. He didn't see anything wrong with what she was doing. So when Blac Chyna walked up and started doing the same thing, oh, she reminds me of my mother. Oh yeah, this is the one. Oops. Your mother was a gold digger. Okay? So, but back then, gold diggers were a little bit different. They stuck, at least they married you and stuck it out for a few years. This one, these are hit it and quit it gold diggers. They just get pregnant and then they go. Or they get what they can and then they exit the building. They don't even want you to live with them. They're like, no, you can't live with me. You can leave your robe here. You can leave your robe here for other men to try on while you're gone. No. You can leave your robe here. He's like, I want to leave something here so that people know I'm here. Okay, leave your robe. Meanwhile, on Instagram, all these other guys are posing and taking pictures in the same robe that he left there at her house. Like, that's crazy. Somebody gonna put that robe up on auction and it's probably gonna sell, I bet you. That's how the robe, the infamous Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna robe. Who wore it last? Big question mark. So I don't know, this should be a wake-up call for everybody. Name the last couple that that really has true love and married for the right reason. Name the last people that that are happily married, in love for the right reason, and are prosperous. There's more you can think of that are not than there are. Excuse me, I'm tongue tied. So just think about it. Name how many married men who are successful and faithful. So yeah, for me the right reason is stability, and for future generations. Making a decision for marriage solely on love is not the right way for me, because that can fade, and that's an emotion, and it's not permanent. You know what I mean? So I would rather aim for something that's a little bit more tangible and long lasting. Everybody says marriage is a business, which is true. It is. That's why you have to sign contracts. And that's why you have to have a lawyer when you want to get out of it, because it is a business. It's not, something that you just do for love. It's a business. It's a contract. You got to change your name. You don't have to change your name, but you got to change, a lot of things, make compromises, this and that, So it is a business. It's like a partnership. You're going into a partnership with somebody like a law firm. And if you don't partner up with someone successful, your business could fail. You might be friends with that person, but your business is failing, and you're not eating, and you're not paying those bills. That friendship is going to start to dwindle real quick. You know what I'm saying? Why did I get taken out of your Facebook group? I was enjoying the group. I have some people that were not a good fit in that group, and they were either A, judging other people, or B, not being politically correct in some certain situations. So me and another administrator decided together certain people had to be gone. You know what I'm saying? Because either A, they got too comfortable, or B, they were not on the same page as we were. You know what I'm saying? So I had to dismiss a few people because it was for their own good. It was for their own good, because they were just getting more upset and frustrated at the stuff that we were started posting. Because it's not for everybody. Like, this group is like for the Blac Chynas, not the people that are looking for love and happiness and the perfect life. No, this is for the Blac Chynas, y'all. This group is like for the Blac Chynas, not the nice girls. This is for people that want a certain lifestyle and will do whatever they need to do to get it. It's not about the other things. That's why everyone's not invited, because it's not for everyone. Now, I might do another group that's for everyone, like that are looking for love and stuff like that, and who can give each other advice and red flags on what to look for with your partner. I might do another group for that type of, that type of crowd. But the one that I have now, it's not for the light at heart. It's for people who are looking for a lifestyle, not the love. Okay, so I might start that other group for, you want to go 50-50 with a man, and you want to pay half the bills with a man, and you just want love and struggle love. Maybe I can name the group Struggle Love, for people that are struggling in love. I could start a Struggle Love group, and y'all Struggle Love women can talk amongst yourselves and figure out how to come out of it or to make it work. But like, I can't have Struggle Love women in this type of group, or women who are offensive to other women in this type of group. I can't do it. It just don't mix. There's two types of women: nice women, good girls, and bad girls. This is a bad girls group. Okay. And then, sometimes some people get in and I give them a trial period. If I don't see them improving or learning, or becoming what they said that they wanted to be, I just miss them, because they're sitting there judging other people because they're doing what it takes to get the lifestyle they want. Now, I have women in my group who, are sugar babies. They date older guys. They get to go on vacation. They get, they're taking pictures and sending them to us from yachts and, private jets and stuff like that. People going on shopping sprees, showing us pictures of stuff that they got, stuff like that. So if you're not about that life, then the group is not for you. This is a group strictly about women who want what they want, and it's a private, and it's a secret group. So, it's not going to be able to be found unless you're invited by a member, and I still won't let everybody in. I got to look through their profile and stuff to make sure they're not secretly, another way, because I had some people on that group who were taking snapshots and posting it in other places for men to see, and I'm like, that's none of their business. They already know they're a target if they got money. But the funny thing was, she was showing them to guys who weren't even a target, like broke guys. Like, why are you showing this to them? They're not even a target, Anyway, yes, it's a secret group for women who want that certain lifestyle. You can call it what you want. We still winning. Okay, still winning. Always will be winning. Think about it. All the women that are winning these days are winning because they use what they got. How can I get power over my man from the way I talk and do things? Take things away. If you've already been in a relationship and you've already set your rules, and your man has been treating you like that for years, and now all of a sudden you want to change, it's probably not going to work. You got to start it from the get-go. That's why I say, when you go into any relationship, you need to have strategy. If it's 10 years later, 5 years later, 2 years later, now all of a sudden you want to change, it might not work. You might just be like, you tripping. That's not who you were when I met you. I'm going to go find somebody else. Because if they met you with certain standards, that's how they want to keep you. Okay? If you want to up your standards and the man is not, responding, you got to change the man. So you can't switch it. Like, if you're paying 50-50 for half your marriage, and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be paying any bills, and you go and tell your husband, he's like, that's not what I married. You'll have to deal with it, So if it were me, I would just say, look, I want us to do better. I want you to make more money because I want, or I need this, I need that, and make sure he knows if you don't have it, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be giving him anything. You're not going to be doing anything for him until you get what you want. Either A, he could leave you, or B, he don't care. Like, whatever, I don't want it anyway, Or you can switch man. Anybody that's calling women thoughts, gold diggers, and stuff like that no more, that's not a derogatory term anymore, because who's winning? Nice girls finish last, and we already know that. So who's winning? Who's an example of a nice girl that's winning? Let me ask you. Which nice girl is winning? None, right? Okay. So thought, gold digger, all these nasty words you want to call women because they're no longer giving you stuff away for free. Whatever. I call them business women. Business women, smart women, strategic women, winning women, women who win. Do what you want to do. Where's the best place to meet a target man? They usually hang out alone in bars. That's where I met mine. Or online looking for sugar babies. I don't know. Sugar daddy websites, dating sites. Nowadays, back in the old days, they used to be laying at nice bars, like very expensive bars and steakhouses and restaurants with nice bars and live music and where drinks cost a lot of money, where there's not a lot of competition except unless you're rich. You know what I'm saying? Nice areas of town, rich areas. Go to the gym in a rich area. Join things in rich areas. Shop in rich areas. Things like that. You'll run into people. Eat in nice areas. If you're gonna stay in your neighborhood and you don't live in such a nice place, that's what you're gonna meet. You gotta go outside of the box, and dress like you belong, act like you belong. And of course, you're gonna start attracting men with money, and it's that simple, How can you look more powerful, superior, and attractive? Well, for a man, you gotta wear a suit and have a good career and have a nice car. For a woman, you have to look classy, have manners, and not bore somebody to death with talking their ear off. Travel alone. Don't travel with a group of people. Make yourself easy to approach. Anyway, how can you be independent if you rely on a man's money? I'm not independent. I have a husband, and if I rely on his money, that's still my money because I'm married to him. Half of it's mine. So you can't be independent if you're married because you have a husband. But if I weren't married and he was my boyfriend and he was giving me money, well, I would be saving it and investing in myself, starting a business, things like that. So I would be independent after I took his money. Everybody gets money from somebody. And if I left, I would still be independent because I've saved so much money. So there. That's how you can be independent and depend on someone else's money. Just like you can work at a job and depend on a paycheck. It's the same thing, Unless you own your own business, you're not independent either, because that job can be gone like this. But see, a gold digger is smart. They're going to go start their own business so that when that man is done, or when she's done with that man, now she's truly independent and can go higher and get a higher caliber of man to also contribute to her independence. Okay, and then when he asks her to marry him, now she has even more money. Okay, so this independent woman stuff, it's fine. But if you work for somebody, you're still not independent. Remember that. I'd rather be a gold digger and save money and start my own business instead of working for somebody, calling myself independent when I live paycheck to paycheck. That don't make no sense. Only, the true independence is freedom from having to work for someone. So, a lot of people get confused on the term. Like, if I'm independent, I own my own business. If you're independent and you work for somebody and can get fired tomorrow and get kicked out of your place, you're not truly independent, in my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion. Other people will say different, but that's my opinion. Right? Like Chyna, she's independent. She has her business. She's going to invest more and more into it. The more men she gold digs on. At the end of the day, they're her businesses. She doesn't work for anybody. So, gold digger, hoe, prostitute, business owner. At the end of the day, she don't work for nobody. So, she don't have to ask nobody for money either. She gets it automatically every month. Child support. Rob got to go ask for money from his mother. Or he has to find a way to make it, doing appearances or reality shows or whatever. Man. God is in the business of family. People can, they're still a family. It doesn't matter if they're together or not. They're still related. So, she's in the business of getting paid. Somebody wrote a comment that I was responding to that said God is in the business of family. Okay. Like someone talked about Melania and Donald Trump. I bet she's watching Blac Chyna taking notes like, how can I escape? She's like, I need to escape from Donald Trump. How do I do? She's probably on Twitter at Melania. At Blac Chyna. Call me. Anyways. Yeah, being a gold digger can get you First Lady of the United States even. First Lady. First Lady's a gold digger, y'all. That's funny. And she ain't nowhere to be found. She don't even want to live there. It's like, I'm gonna live over here separate from you. Like, he's a real sugar daddy. He can't even live with her, sleep in the same bed. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I've been on here too long talking about this. I'll see y'all on the next video. All right. Bye.